Hello and welcome to Taco Town. It's me, Leo, aka Papa Taco. Today we're doing Murders at Karlov Manor. Exciting, right? New set. Let's get in there. The set features the disguise mechanic, which is like morph, but then you get ward 2. That's one of the predominant mechanics in the set. Definitely the biggest impact mechanic in this set. We also have new pack distributions. You can see there's fewer cards, and sometimes you get copies of the same card, and you can also get multiple rares in a pack. So things have changed a bit there. Let's see with the rare, see how it works. Lazob's an OG from Ravnica. Dimir, when it attacks, exile a card from a graveyard, and then investigate. That's pretty good already. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, you may have Lazob become a copy of a creature card exiled with it until end of turn. So you can have it exiles or become a creature that was in the graveyard, potentially. But just attacking and making clues is good. A 2-mana 2/3 is good. It doesn't even have to connect in order to make the clue. We'll take Lazav. Killer Among Us looks really good. It makes 3 1/1s, and then it can make a 4/4 when it's attacking. Dogwalker making multiple tokens is good. Detective Satchel seems good. Alright, so right now we have a Dimir card. So what goes with our Dimir card? A lot of red cards in this pack. There's another Dogwalker. Blue is a bit of a steep cost. This is similar actually to Lazov. Exiling cards in the graveyard. That's funny. But they wouldn't work together because it's have Lazov become a copy of a creature exiled with it. Crime Stopper Sprite ain't bad. It taps no matter what, and then it can stun if you've got evidence. That's kind of decent upside there. I do like the Dogwalkers. If we took Dogwalker, I wouldn't be mad. But we're looking into more of a Dimir space. I like Projector Inspector a lot. We have one detective here already. This would be nice to use to protect Lazav and make him a 3/3 flyer. Or it, I guess. It says it in the description. It's a shapeshifter. A lot of green cards here. What does Pompous Gadabout do again? Oh yeah, so it has to do with it can't be blocked by disguised creatures because disguised creatures don't have names. I'm not super excited about Unscrupulous Agent, but it's definitely playable. It's a detective, which actually is helpful when we're playing Projector Inspector, so it goes up. We've got 3 detectives now, making Projector Inspector off to a good start. Draw a card, discard a card when a detective enters itself too, when itself or another detective enters the battlefield or flips. So we're off to a decent start, I would say. Yeah, I mean, another one of these. Fester Leech is a 1-mana 1/1. And we can mill. It's not a May. You have to mill, which is good for evidence. And it has threat of activation. Fester Leech might not be bad. We want to self-mill. There's a lot of blue cards that eat evidence up for breakfast. I'm going to take the agent, though, just because we do have Projector Inspector, but yeah, that threat of activation is a 3/3 ain't bad. I'm going to take Fester Leech, actually. See if we can do some self-mill stuff. Oh, this kind of works with self-mill because we're filling up the graveyard, but it costs 7 mana and it targets. Well, I mean, honestly, self-mill deck is the deck to play this in, because that's how you're getting lands in there, other than the kind of crack lands. But I don't even know what Behind the Mask does. I clicked it. Again, eating evidence. Target artifact or creature can artifact creature with base power and toughness 4 and 3, or you can use it as kind of a removal spell. if you're eating evidence. Probably not going to play that, but these are two of the better black creatures. This one's a detective. This one can help us fill up the graveyard with that surveilling power. I'm going to go with the Basilica Stalker. We don't have any top end yet. I know top end is usually easier to find than, early drops, but this works too as a 3-mana detective. Well, I guess not a 3-mana detective, 3-mana disguise, and then flips into a pretty strong card. It's a 3/4 that helps gain life and surveils. This thing wheeling is pretty wild. I'll take the Snarling Gorehound. Is this good? If you're eating a lot of evidence, collect evidence 3. Each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card or sacrifice a creature. Should check the stats on that card. Feels like if you've got a million evidence, it would be decent, and if you don't have evidence, it would be bad. We got both the Gorehounds. Gotta find a way to make these Gorehounds better. Anything that puts counters obviously helps because they've got Menace. Most of our stuff has power 2 or less. Just not the Inspector. This comes in with power 2 or less when you play it as a disguised creature. Foreigner could be playable since we have a lot of weak stuff. Oh, we got 2 rare black cards and a murder. What's this one do? Vein Ripper. Flying Ward. Sacrifice a creature. Whenever a creature dies. Oh, so Ward makes them sacrifice a creature if they're going to target it with a spell. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Okay. Seems pretty busted. 4 mana, 1/1. When it deals damage, draw a card. Lose a life. And then it has the effect where if you block it, basically, it'll deal damage back to the opponent. I'm going to go with the big guy. Curious Cadaver comes back from the graveyard when you sacrifice a clue. Extract Confession's been performing very well. We have a few ways that we're putting cards in the graveyard, I suppose. We have no non-creatures right now. Take Extract Confession. It's removal. Deadly Cover-Up. There was Devious Cover-Up previously. This is different. This is not an instant speed counter spell. Deadly Cover-Up. As an additional cast a spell, you may collect evidence 6. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard, then search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled. Yeah, so it's mostly a 5-mana sweeper. Honestly, I might just take Projector Inspector over the sweepers. That's stupid. We're playing so many creatures. Another Extract Confession's not bad. The good thing about the non-creature spells is it gives you evidence without having to trade things off. I am glad we have a Fester Leech. If we can connect with that and do some milling just to fuel our evidence stuff, that's pretty good. Oh, I wonder if we should play 3 colors. I mean, this isn't conducive to playing 3 colors, but Homunculus Detective, buffing our detectives when we already have 6 might not be a terrible idea. And there's 3 detectives, one of them should wheel. But it might be better to just stick with our colors that we have right now. Yeah, we'll just take another Projector Inspector. This one draws and discards, so that helps fuel the whole evidence thing. I like this card when we've got Snarling Gorehounds. You know, put the damage on, kill it. I'm liking our deck so far. I don't know if we're going to play a macabre reconstruction. If you sacrifice an artifact this turn, I don't know how many artifacts we're sacrificing. We don't have too much in the way of interaction. This isn't high on my list of interact. Oh well, hello. Speaking of interaction, a pick 9 murder ain't bad. Harry's cadaver. They're a detective. Don't know how many clues we're making. I'm not too excited about the agency coroner. We already have 8 detectives. I think we'll wheel one. Oh, it looks like maybe we didn't wheel it. Other people took all the detectives. Unless it was a different pick I'm thinking of. Target artifact or creature. Could just make a Gorehound a 4/3 for 1 mana. Oh, honestly, wheeling Basilica Stalker, I'm fine with that. We've got some decent top end. Control 3 or more artifacts. How are we doing on artifacts? We don't have any artifact creatures straight up. Maybe we're going to play Deduce. We're not really making clues. Maybe it's, this guy can make a clue. But we're not doing too much inspecting. These detectives ain't inspecting. This will make a clue. I don't think I like this card. It's mostly just mind rot. Oh, this card's OP. Yeah, we've got little junkers that we can eat. So we've got great top end now. We have the multiple Basilica Stalkers. We've got the Vein Ripper. And we've got the creature that destroys a creature. Case of the Ransacked Lab. What's that? Instant sorcery spells. Do we have? We have like 3 instant sorcery spells. 4. I'm gonna take the land, especially since we're playing a 3-pipped card here. And there's murder. Probably just take murder. I do want to check 17 lands on Polygraph Orb. See where how it's performing. I wonder if people are even playing it enough for it to have. Oh, it's performing very poorly. Oops, sorry. I don't know if you heard the bonk. Well, yeah, we'll take murder. Murder is good. Murder is good, as we all know. Oh, murder again? Yeah, I think we'll take murder again. I've had someone mess me up with this, but I don't think we're making enough clues to be threatening a poison death. And we already have a lot of top end. Okay, nothing really here for us. And just throw an uncommon in the sideboard, get our vault progress up. I'm not sure if Cadaver's really making the deck, just due to the lack of clues. How many extract confessions is too many? I'm not sure. Oh, some more late removal. Okay, this deck's come together quite nicely. It's pretty clean. It's got a good curve. It's got good card quality. And I don't know if we're really maximizing our Gorehounds. Wow. Looks like black's open. All black cards. I mean, not the best of black cards, but black cards nonetheless. And we have a 40 card deck. I do like to build my deck as we go. Cadaver is questionable. I don't think we're making much in the way of clues. I think it might just be 2 spells that make clues. Yep. I think we cut Cadaver. Just a 4 mana 3/1 flyer is not good enough. Oh, sorry. You might hear some sounds. Let me lower that volume. Okay, let me clear some stuff out so you don't hear boops and beep. Okay, add one more card. Is Alley Assailant any good? 6 mana is just so much. Those kinds of cards have been good, really overperforming in the past, the ones that drain for 2. This one drains for 3, but typically they're like a 2/3 for 3 mana that drains for 2. 6 mana to drain for 3 seems quite steep. Detective count stayed at 8. More would be nice, but still don't think this one's worth it. We don't need this because we got so many murders. Is there a world in which we should just be playing an extra swamp? Playing 18 lands? Since we kind of have a bunch of... We have a bunch of 5 drops and a 6 drop that needs a lot of black. That's one option. The other option would be a Gorehound. Those are opposite ends of the spectrum. Don't know if we're optimizing Gorehounds though. Power 2 or less. We started with a lot of them, but then we really didn't draft anymore. Yeah, the Gorehounds are pretty questionable, to be honest. Reconstruction could be good. Get back like a Lazov and one of these top end creatures. But I think we'll just keep it the way it is, maybe. I don't know. Reconstruction could be good just because we do have some high quality creatures. That's kinda close. We're using evidence to stun. We're using evidence to kill big creatures. This is kind of removing evidence. I mean, I'd rather have the creatures probably than the evidence, but still. I think we'll just keep it this way. And we'll call this deck Demir Detectives. Not an overly exciting name, but it is what it is, right? Alright, we're playing 18 lands. Extra swamp to make sure we can murder, extra swamp to make sure we can rip. Blue's a bit sketchy. This guy is colorless. Can look for our cards. We're on the draw. We've got so many swamps in the deck. Gotta find black. Playing like 10 or 11 black sources. Island versus island. Okay, so if it comes in this way, it's just a 1/1 flyer. Only if it comes out of its disguise that it investigates. Oh, well, not a 1/1 flyer anymore. Mana value 3 or less. We can at least do this to it. We draw a swamp. Kind of a swamp. I'm gonna do this. We need our black mana. Yeah, we'll take a bit of damage here, but hopefully we can turn it around. Tap land kinda sucked. Getting our mana in the wrong order. Hopefully they don't get too aggressive of a start here. Bad news is there is protection spells and there's both protection and counter spells. So if we went for the removal here, we could get caught by that. This next turn we can have opportunities for double spells. Okay, so this one's just the colorless land. Okay, I'm okay with that. Them spending their whole turn shooting our guy. They're tapped out. I'm gonna make them discard since they're very low on cards, and then I'll just zap their spy. Okay, got another removal out of their hand, and then we'll kill their only creature. This guy will be good to eat by our Undercity Eliminator. Kind of hoping they just play one big creature here that we can just blow up. Otherwise, we can just disguise, draw. Is disguise the way you would pronounce that? I have a lot of evidence they could be tapping for a while. Yeah, you know what? I can just murder it. It doesn't really matter what order we do these things in. I wasn't gonna remove it because it's not a existential threat. You know what? I won't. Let's save our. There's a lot of bombs running around this set. We'll save our removal for something more scary. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Happens when it's solved. Beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand, then draw 2 cards. Okay, so this is going to give them a lot of cards. Oh, they discarded another researcher. Looks like maybe they won't be able to play the card in their hand, which is good for us because then they don't solve the thing. Alright. Excess murder. Unlimited murder. We'll just, we'll kill it now. Once we have all this murder. They can tap our 2/2 to keep their life total up. Oh, interesting. Untap the land. Next turn we can flip this guy. Start gaining life and surveilling. Bounce my my kill guy. Yeah. Bounce that one. Okay. And that's solved, so at the beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand and draw 2 cards. How much mana do we have? We have 7. I can flip you and crack you. Projector Inspector. Yeah, we'll keep that. Discard our island. Opponent's gonna have a lot of cards in hand. That case of the Crimson Pulses. There's a lot of good value cards in this set. One thing I've noticed, like the rares, I mean, there's a lot of rares that will generate 3 to 4 cards of value. I blew my nose and I pulled a muscle. Okay, I murder you. We are gonna murder you, but first let's see what we draw. Oh, not bad, honestly. Let's see. Considering our mana, kind of makes no difference if we did this or this. This turn at least. We will gain a life from the Stalker, so that helps us as far as racing goes. This guy we can just get rid of. We have much bigger fish to fry. Okay, they did lose a good card there. That's good news. The other good news is we've got removal in hand. Can deal with most any threat. Is this greatest mana value or power? Power. Magnifying glass is a little counterproductive because they would be using all that mana, which would make it harder for them to dump their hand, and they want to dump their hand because of this. Looks like they're using it anyway. Oh no, they used it as a mana rock. Take 4. And give them the option. I don't want to give them the option, right? They did leave mana up to probably crack the clue. They didn't put the thinking cap on to anything. Can wait for them to flip. We can threaten lethal here. We're just gonna go. We're going. We've got answers on the flips. Oh, bounce. Okay. It's a bit rough. Not the end of the world, though. I hope. All right. We do that, we can still extract a confession. Hold on. That's sorcery speed, so we want to extract a confession now. I mean, the other option is, let's see. Okay, we'll do this now. Might as well collect evidence. Not give them the option. 3, 6. And we can play this as the disguised version and hold up murder. What does this do? The owner of target spelling on the top of the top or bottom of their library. Okay. I'll put it on the top. I draw a bunch of cards. Ace of the Crimson Pulse has already drawn them like 5 or 6 cards. I mean, it's drawn them 6 cards. They did have to discard a detective. They're mostly tapped out since they did that bounce. Okay. I mean, good news, bad news. Good news is we got the killer back. This is a 3-power creature. Not like ideal to murder it. Gonna murder it though. Probably could have saved that. Just gonna play this for the 6 cost. We'll leave this as a potential okay, they discarded another good creature, so that's the good news. They're getting closer to decking, but I don't think it's gonna come to that. One of us is gonna lose all of our life, I'm sure. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. So it can just kill itself. We don't have to do that though. Yeah, this is the card that's making this match difficult. If they didn't have this card, we would have probably steamrolled them. But they've got good card quality. All these cards are good. And they've been seeing a lot of cards as well. Quality and quantity is a dangerous combo. All right. Lazov. Face off. Should we have the Eliminator just kill itself to destroy the sprite? Okay, cool. And then this could become a copy of a creature. Nope, will not do that. Do they have something to do here? Okay, they lost the card. They lost the removal spell. So again, that's good. They have lost 3 good cards, but you know, obviously. Oh wow, I'm really shocked they just surrendered. It was a close game. I don't know. Sure they could potentially win. I mean, I typically don't concede until after they've declared attackers that will do lethal to me for the most part. Good curve here. This could tap something to clear an attack for Lazov. We're on the draw, which is less optimal, but I'm not going to complain too much. I can eat you later with Undercity Eliminator. That one can attack as a 3/3 when it attacks with multiple things. This will let us surveil. Can bottom that. We got We got enough swamps to cast our bomb. Look at this. Stacks. Let's get the flyer in. This will clear a attack for the Gorehound. Okay, swamp again. Honestly, Gorehound is helping quite a bit here. Do I have to exile? No, I don't think we have to exile. I think it just investigates. Oh, you do have to exile. I guess what I meant to say is I don't know if you have to exile in order to investigate. The wording is unclear to me. We might find out when I run out of things in my graveyard. All right, that's something we'll want to blow up with our eliminator. Wow, look at that. Swamp, 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 swamp. Is all we have in our deck, apparently. Okay, an island. Bad news is they're going to get a clue off of the investigator. Hopefully they don't have a way to protect it, and we can just blow it up next turn. And then we can become it, potentially. No, we might not be able to become it. Actually... Okay, here's the play. We boop the booper. We exile it, and then we become it, right? Let me do a full stop. Yeah, that's the way. Uh-huh. Oh, it's just until end of turn. I didn't realize it was only until end of turn. Probably should chump, but I kind of wanted to use the eliminator to eat the 1/1. I'm gonna chump. Gotta protect this our precious life total. There's also team pump that costs white or mana. They're eating our evidence. Man, we're drawing way too many lands. One problem. Alright, guess we're on the defense here. Some rough stuff. No, we can do actually, we can do this. What'll make a clue? We can eat the clue with the eliminator. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I could have made it become a 2/4 to save it. That might have been better. Ooh, that's a rough one. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might just get bowled over here. We'll see. Oh, yeah. That was rough. Okay. Decent. This one's sorcery speed, so we're not gonna be able to cast it on their turn. I'm gonna go for swamp, of course, for murder and our one mythic. We haven't seen it yet, but it exists. Not sure what I want to discard yet, so I'm actually gonna just play this instead of the inspector. Next turn we could double extract confessions. Oh, well, don't really need to do that. I was, thinking this might be something bigger. Uh, oh boy. Man, we're just gonna get beat down again, aren't we? Jeez Louise. Okay. This is not an ideal board state for all these extract confessions. I'm gonna actually maybe bin one of them. See what we get off of this guy. Ay ay ay. This is rough. Missing land drops is rough. I'm gonna use all of our guys to block, I guess. But this is kinda not ideal. Man, I thought our deck was good, but this is not the way we want it to be operating. And another opponent who's just going wide and probably just gonna smash our face. Alright, so this one's obviously the 4-4, right? 4-4 Death Toucher. Um wanna block you. Protect our life total. Wanna keep you alive. Okay. Mana's not bad. We can murd. Oh, we don't have enough black. Alright. This is not really what we should be doing probably. Alright, I'm gonna bin murder. I hope we can get another swamp so we can start casting more spells. Guess? Alright. Let's block a small thing. Oh man, that leaves behind a detective as well. Oh my god. How are our opponents going so wide? This is redonkulous. Alright, well, I said I usually don't concede until after they declare attackers, but no. Did not have fun. Okay. 1-2. Right where we want to be. Jesus. This is disheartening. Okay. First time seeing this card. We'll see if we survive long enough to cast it. Milling cards will build some evidence. Potentially. I mean, if we're just milling lands, we're not making any evidence, but that's okay. Yep, there's evidence. Cool. I'm glad we didn't mill lands too, because we need them. Slimy Dual Leech. Need some eye lands. Right. A lot of evidence. And the good news is we're getting closer to lands. I've never seen this hit. Let's see if they hit. Missed. I'll go with Lazov here. Try to get some clue action going. Oh, another dual leech. Got a lot of leeches out here these days. I can block it as these two guys. Okay. They don't want. Gonna stun their dual leech so we can send Lazov. Yeah. Make a clue. Mana. Not quite a clean oh yeah, six. Yeah. Could give it unblockable at some point, but we want to turn that into a land. Getting closer to our Vein Ripper. I have a lot of removal to trigger that Vein Ripper ability. I mean, a lot of it got eaten, but there's still more on the deck. That's unfortunate. Okay. I'll lose the Inspector. All right. See what we get off the clue. Murder. We can send Lazov and then maybe catch something with a murder when they're double blocking. At the very least, we'll get the clue. Yeah, they should have maybe put more blockers, but I don't know if this is really even worth it. But it's keeping Lazov alive feels worth it. Hopefully, we hit a land here and can drop our vampire. No longer protected, Lazov. Okay, cool. This is whenever a creature dies, right? Including my own? Yeah. Okay. Let's draw. We'll send... Honestly, maybe we just send all. If it dies, it dies. I don't know why I pumped that. Alright, cool. Ripping the veins. Alright, we get a win with Robusted Mythic. Mythic or rare? I don't remember. Do you guys know the quote? Shirt Ripper! You know what movie that's from? Let me know in the comment. We got Vein Ripper, we got Shirt Ripper. Alright. Too many lands, but we got the ability to surveil and make clues, and we're on the play, so should get at least an attack in with Lazov. We will hopefully be able to dig through our deck a little bit with these guys to find what we need. Okay. Soccer ain't bad. Do we just bin the murder? Nah. We'll find a swamp. Murder's too good to pass up. Having at least one murder is pretty clutch. Oh, cool. We get to exile their thing because they did that before attack. That might have been a bit of a punt on their part. Yeah, we get rid of Island for sure. Yep. Hello. Thank you. Yum, yum, yum. Olav can now become a 6/5 trampler potentially. We draw our, when we do our clue business. Deduce ain't bad. This one costs 5. See if they block us. Interesting. Interesting. Go boop boop. I wonder if they didn't read the card. All right. Okay. Start out 1 and 2. We've scratched and clawed our way back to winning record, but still would like to do much better than this. So let's keep on brushing. Yeah, go white is our definite weakness because of all of the removal we're playing. Can deal with big threats, but can't deal with the go wide shenanigans. This is not a great hand. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan this. This is Betor. Underutility Eliminator is awesome, but expensive. Yeah. Probably gonna extract a confession pretty aggressively if they give me the opportunity. Your turn late, Gorehound, but I'm still happy to see you. Forest. Okay. Forest can be big things, but it can also be go wide with the murder thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Murder suspect. Suspected murder. Something like that. Surveil with Gorehound has been pretty clutch. If I knew I was going to have a Gorehound, I would have probably kept the Eliminator. Okay. We will just kill that now. Hopefully it's something good. Okay, well, keeps them maybe from finding the lands they wanted. See if we can get the Gorehound to kill something with the Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. Oh, that card's messed up. I hate it. More mana, create two twos. That can possibly get bigger. Alright, well, we have two options. And I think I'm going with option this. Yeah, okay, good. Our surveilling has been clearing out a few cards that we really don't need. Excess swamps would be okay, but excess islands is not what we want. We can get this as a 4/4 Death Touch Lifelinker, that'd be pretty good. Don't know if there's gonna be an easy way to do that with all this ward on the field. Okay, and if they flip something, maybe. Wow, surveilling all the islands. Yeah, it's too bad. Not optimal. Okay. Good news is we can just blow that guy up. Oh, cool. Another one of these guys is not bad at all. Yes. Please and thank you. All right, we'll just assemble a team of flying vampires. Okay, the good news is it only has 3 toughness. And only 3 power. Both of those are good news. Oh, 6 is not as good. But that's okay. Still draining. Lazav? Mm, sure. You can at least get a clue and then maybe like exile. Yeah, you can exile and become a 4/4. Or you could become a 3/4 flyer, huh? And then this kills them because they have to sacrifice a creature to target it, which would trigger the drain 2. So if they don't gain life, that's that. We'll take damage. All right, cool. Vein Ripper, coming in clutch. All that surveil helped a lot to just bop. Great, blah 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 blah. Bin all those islands. Find the goodies. All right, I like it. We got a curve. Can use you to bin islands. My favorite pastime. Throwing islands in the graveyard. So how's Ravnica looking these days? Beautiful as ever. It's interesting to have a set in a guild world and it not be a guild set really. I know there's some commons that are gold cards, which is pretty typical of a guild set, but you can really play any color in this set. I mean, I guess every guild is represented in Ravnica, you know? All right, let's do some surveilling. I mean, we do like swamps, but we'll have enough swamps with that escape tunnel, so don't need it. Captured a mountain. They chose to get rid of Extract a Confession. They don't have any black mana sources at the moment. Still none. Face down card. Ooh, nice. Go swamp. Murder. Escape Tunnel is a tap land, basically. So I am going to get rid of it, even though we do want a third black source eventually. No, I guess we'll get rid of the island just to ensure. Because if we can get the Ripper, that's really good. Next turn we can do a murder and crack this for swamp. Eat you with the Undercity Eliminator at some point. Okay, yeah. Do a murder. Murder, 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 murder. I'm gonna keep the Gorehound alive. If excess damage is dealt, investigate. They're not doing excess damage. They're choosing not to. Oh no, it is. Twice. Twice the damage. My bad. I thought it was just deal X damage. Oh yeah, Torch the Witness. Quite strong. And more murder. Um, really wanting to use Eliminator on a 1/1. Guess we can do murder, pay the cost. Use up our mana. What do we get? Oh, we got a big guy. All right, not bad. Sharp-eyed rookie. Haven't seen this card. 2 mana 2/2 vigilance. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if its power is greater than Sharp-eyed rookie's power, its toughness is greater than its toughness. Put a +1 counter. Okay. Let's hit them. This case of the Gorgon's Kiss hasn't been great. That's okay. We'll hit them and then we'll eliminate it. Get the 3/3 on the board. I guess. Yars, Mickey. All right, and the good news is playing against a green-red player, Extract Confession can kill large things, as exampled here. Keep this. We have, I think do we have another Inspector? I don't remember actually if we drafted 2 of them. We might only have 1 in the deck. They're playing black, but I don't think they're going to be playing the 1/1 that makes us discard. Okay, just tap it. Tap, tap. Mana value 6. 3. Actually, no. Well, yeah. We can potentially transform into creatures with our guys, so we'll leave some creatures in our yard. I mean, we'd more likely transform into one of their big guys, though. This would be nice. 8/4 with the Lazav attack. Oh, hello. Speak of the devil. Yeah, this is probably better in the white-black deck. You're just throwing a ton of white-black creatures at the opponent. Did I just cut Case of the Gorgon's Kiss? Oh, got blurry. 5 wins. Respectable. All right, we cut Case of the Gorgon's Kiss and replace it with an Assailant for the drain. Replace it with just another Gorehound. Gorehounds haven't been bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw in a Gorehound. That is my decision. All right, what we got? Oh, we do have 2 projector inspectors. Case closed. They work well in multiples. Can really burn through the deck with them. An 0/3 Hedge Whisper. You may choose to not untap it during your untapped step. Select evidence 4. Target land you control becomes a 5/5 green plant creature with haste for as long as it's tapped. Okay, I see. You know what? I like this Basilica Stalker here. I mean, Inspector can attack into the Whisper though. Maybe we do Whisper. Oof. I'm gonna bin the Eliminator just because we are not quite there yet with the mana. Might be a mistake. Okay. We'll just murder him, I suppose. Murder, 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 murder. Playing a bit aggressive here. I wonder if they're playing mono green. I do like the Loxodon Eavesdropper. Solid card. Okay, we'll go with we're really missing land drops, but this will help us find them. I mean, sure. Yeah, sure. And then we draw. We draw and we discard. So I want to draw first and then surveil after. Let's discard the Basilica Stalker. Okay. Yes, I will take. I will take. What was that? Oh, they aren't playing mono green. Was this a greedy keep? Perhaps. Okay. Let's draw and discard before we crack our tunnel. Oh, wow. All right. I feel bad about this. I feel like I'm being an idiot. But can't stop me. Okay. Their defenses are increasing. But we've got murder. Oh, they're attacking. Interesting. I guess they want to make the eavesdropper a 4/4, but won't matter. Won't matter. We've got murder. Yep. I think that might have been a mistake on their part. Oh, do they have another creature? No. Okay. Get another swamp. Cool. Land ain't bad. All right. They're looking. They're playing 3 colors, and they were stuck on green. Second time seeing the sharp-eyed rookie. Okay, that should do the trick. Kill my stuff. And have your veins ripped. Alright, Vein Ripper's messed up. Okay, 6 and 2. Alright, here we go. Trophy or no fee. Yeah, so deck's good. Its weakness, of course, as we've determined, is go wide opponents. There are quite a few go wide decks in the set. Ripper in our opening hand, 3 swamps in our opening hand. Pretty good. We've got removal. We've got card selection. We're using our mana. Or surveilling. Hello. We've got murder. Unscrupulous agent? Yes, I'll play you. Oh, we're getting hit though. We can just long goodbye it to protect our life total. Right now we're before they can crack it for value. We can stay alive and drop Vein Ripper. We should probably win, right? We want to land. We'll get rid of. I don't know what we'll get rid of. All of our cards are good. Let's see what we draw. Oh, okay. I'll drop the Basilica Stalker. I like Unscrupulous Agent in this situation just because we can attack their hand with it. If we draw a land, we can double spell. We're okay with that. Okay, we'll just murder you. Don't really want to get rocked. Hitting land drop there is nice. Oh man. Rough. Okay, we'll use this to chump, get their last card. What are you? Okay. Wasn't too much of a thing there. We don't hit a land drop, we can crack the clue with Lazov, potentially. Make it hit them for 4. Yeah, so far using the removal on this was good since all their other creatures were mana value greater than 3. Okay, cool. Escape tunnels, good to see. We'll thin their deck a little bit. Make it become a Basilica Stalker. Make him become a Basilica Stalker. Kind of like that move. That way we can surveil. Draw a card and surveil. Oh man, missing land drop. Not great. Spectre, I love you, but now's not the time. Alright, let's surveil some more. Wow, we're really deep. We haven't binned any lands. We're 16 cards deep, only seen 4 lands. I mean, I love you, also Gorehound, but now's not the time. I'll say it again. Good news is we have Chumpers. At the very least, bide time. Okay, person of interest. Alright, a land is cool. Could do the same thing again with Lazov. Could send the 1/1 as well. I mean, we can send Lazov, they can't block it. Can exile one of their things and hit them for 4. We'll leave Gorehound behind to block. Honestly, just gaining the life and surveilling is probably the best choice here. Okay, that's good. I'll take it. Next turn we can cast our Vein Ripper. I'm gonna leave this so it can get pumped. Good game. All right, we did it. We had Vein Ripper ready to go, but didn't need it. All right, that was fun. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you hanging out. Please consider liking and subscribing. Of course, that's totally optional, but it is free and it supports the channel, as you know. I'll try to put up a few more of these. What's this set called? Murders at Karlov Manor drafts over the next few weeks. And then in March, they'll have the Arena Open. I don't think there's one for February. From my research, it looked like March, the first weekend of March will be the Murders at Karlov Manor Arena Open, so I'll definitely post that. We do early access streams for the streamer event. They canceled it for this set, but we'll do it for the next set. But yeah, if you're interested in drafts and limited in general, drafts sealed, please consider giving us a sub, and we'll see you again sometime soon. And as always, thank you all for watching. This has been a magical night.